Yo, what up? Is this thing on? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Gonna get a couple things set up real quick before we start diving into this thing. But welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having a good day, especially for Saturday. Let's see, set some code up. I'm gonna get the breadboard running, and then we'll start tearing into this thing. I don't really know a whole lot about it other than, what's on the box and a little bit of cursory web research. And of course I've looked at it. I physically looked at it and turned it on, but otherwise this is a complete black box to me. So we'll be learning a little bit about what this thing does and hopefully maybe even getting a shell on it. At least that's the goal. If you can even get a shell on it. We'll see what kind of access we can get. And setting up some folders real quick. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. Let's see, what is our stream ID for today? Copy link. Oops. All right, and let me see if I can connect. Is this, Orby? Ah, cool. Okay. And it's working. 41 at top row. Okay, these are backwards. Oops. Yay. I always get them backwards. Okie dokie. Alright, so that should be going. We got our stream chat being listened to, so if you guys want to control the breadboard, you're more than welcome to. And let's see. Get all this moved out of the way. Alright, first off, like with most hardware that I start working on, I like to make a new folder. So, got that. And let's go ahead and get a new Sublime instance open. Alright. I need to figure out what that shortcut key is. Move stuff between workspaces. Alright, first things first, make my juice file. Why is this control key sticking? Oh, okay. And the juice file is just kind of where I keep all the interesting things that I find, like a running log or running notes. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get this thing open and see what we've got going on inside. Oh, I guess I can get some music going too. All right. So this thing is a stream box or kind of encoding device meant for streaming conference room kind of stuff. I don't think we have any useful power cables in here. It's called the Pearl Nano, made by Epiphan Video. Not much to go on the box. So, nothing super exciting there. The device itself, let's see, we've got a little display on the front. It looks like an analog jack right here, SD card reader, some control buttons on the front, a record button, a stream button. Some nice accents on the side. On the back we've got a couple XLR ports for like your XLR mics, some RCA in, HDMI in, HDMI pass-through, SDI, I have no idea what that is. We've got a PoE port, PoE plus, Ethernet, HDMI out, USB, and a 12-volt DC input. I do not have the adapter for this, so we're going to have to go off the PoE. Get this thing running. So, I've got the cable around here somewhere. Alright, so this is going to be our PoE. I'm going to tuck this in here so it doesn't fall off the workbench. And let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. So real quick, this is 12-volt VDC. And I think my PoE should be fine. Yeah. If not, it'll blow it up. Let's see if it does anything. Nothing, huh? I'm pretty sure this is what I powered it up with last time. When I first picked it up. That's okay, we can take it apart and take a look at it inside. I'll figure out how to power it up. We do a little bit of research on it too and see what the appreciated voltage is. Yeah, this is all kind of the same stuff that we just saw. Bitrate control, the 50 megabit video scaling, hardware video scaling. That's kind of cool. Got some sort of hardware acceleration in there, I guess. Stream encryption and authentication. I got some cloud access management. That could be interesting to look into. Power supply. 12-volt VDC. All right. If anything, we can just plug it up to the bench and get it powered that way if we can't get it working with the PoE. All right, one second. Let me check my other PoE adapter. Yeah, I guess my PoE adapter is going to be the same. Both 24 volts. That's fun. Got no lights on it, no fans, no nothing. So, alright, well, let's take it apart. Let's see what we can do without any power on it. And then we'll try to get it powered up later. Where are these Phillips heads? Yeah. Yeah, it screws all over this thing. I don't know what this is for. Is this like a drive bay? Something? Expansion? Yeah. It's like a little M.2 or something. Alright, now how does it come apart? Does it just slide, or what? I think it slides something. Oh, do I need to take these out? Maybe. These are probably holding things in. They need to take these off too. Oh wait, never mind. Sides come off. Okay. Like that. Alright. Cool. I got some nice ribbon cables. Alright, one sec. Get this out of the way. Cool. Alright, so it looks like our front control panel is kind of a bunch of buttons in the screen, and they're all connected through this little ribbon cable right here. Okay, let's see, what do we have on this board? So we've got some it's like memory chips over here on the board. Our CPU is probably underneath this fan right here, underneath this heatsink. What else do we have? An ITE chip. I'm guessing that's probably like the video processing chip. We have this interesting standoff board right here that's kind of coming off of the board with some little jumpers, little headers right there. This looks like it's maybe a PoE board. Maybe it handles the PoE from the Ethernet. I only say that because of the proximity, and it's got this big transformer on the top. We've got a Cortex, an ARM Cortex debug header right here. This guy. That's kind of interesting. Maybe a little bit brighter. Yeah, this guy right here. So that's a little debug header. We've also got another header over here, right here, and right here. Not sure what these are for. This kind of looks like a USB 3 header with the number of pins that it has. This one right here. But that could be anything. And we've got our card reader right here. Interesting. So there's quite a bit on the board. It's pretty densely populated. All right. We could take this off and see what's in there. I really want to get it powered. How do I get this sucker powered? I guess I could just plug some wires into the in this jack right here. See if we can probe it and find some ground wires. I'll put my meter in continuity mode. I'm just going to test one of these to some of these shields. Yeah, see these ground points? Tested to that pin right there. This pin right here on the leg or the outside of the DC jack, like this guy right here. So that's all ground on the outside of that jack. The inside is going to be our positive, which is this one right here, which goes to, you know, like what, this or something. Yeah. That kind of moves up the board. Okay. So this inside one, the one to the right is going to be our positive, and the one to the left is going to be our negative ground. I think. Yeah, we can tell right here on the actual logo. You can see that it's got the positive pointing towards the center pin and the negative on the outside. So that gives us a good indication. And it's supposed to be 12 volts VDC, so let's go ahead and get some of this crap out of the way. And then we'll get our power supply wires over here. Alright. I don't know how I want to connect to these. I guess I could just raw dog it. Like so. I don't really like that though. I wonder if I can make myself a DC jack. This thing's got kind of a weird split pin on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it's strange. Let me see if I have anything that fits that real quick. Yeah, all these 12-volt adapters have like barrel jacks that don't fit. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to solder some power leads to this to clip onto, just so that I'm not worried about anything shorting out. Let me grab some scrap wire and solder some leads onto it real quick. Wait, how many amps does this thing pull? 2.5 amps. Man, why did I have to have such a weird DC jack? That's annoying. Also, I wonder if these are connected. Yeah. Yeah, those are connected. So this back pin. No, wait. Okay, so the back middle pin is connected to the ground, but not the, okay. That makes sense. Actually, I'm not going to chop up a DuPont wire. Some scrap wire. Oh yeah, this will probably work. Alright, strip those wires real quick. I mean, I guess it could just clip to it. I don't really have to solder stuff. Let me see how well these hold on. And I don't want them touching either. I don't like it. Because with at least the wire, I can like feed it out one of the holes or something and then power it while it's sealed up or something. While I have the lid on there. It'll take like 20 seconds. Not really, but... What's wrong with the sound in YouTube? Is it too quiet, or...? Hey, what's up, Noel D-Ref? Oh, I haven't updated the title or stream name in Twitch. My bad. Alright, we'll preheat my soldering iron. Yep, it's a mystery. I guess I can update the stream title. Hey, there we go. Okay, where's my solder? I'm gonna pre-tin these wires really quick. Oh, I don't want to get the dumb hands out. Okay, I'll get the dumb hands out. Just makes it so much easier. Yeah, you're kind of on point there. It's a multimedia streaming hardware encoder kind of thing. It's got some interesting hardware. Okay, got some wires soldered onto there. And I want to take these, kind of feed them back through here. Twisted pair, right? That's what you do with power cables. You twist them so that you don't lose any of your power integrity. All right. Cool. And those should be nice and on there. And then let's go ahead and I just want to put this front panel back on there, reconnect it, and try to power this sucker up and see what we get. There we go. You may need to feed it through a different hole real quick. Oh, and it's not gonna, it does not like that. Ghetto power adapter. Seems to be what all my reverse engineering ends up being, is making power adapters for crap. Yeah, you gotta make sure those bits are nice and smooth coming out of the power line, right? I mean, if you're doing Ethernet over power line, right? All right, what is this thing not? This front panel I/O. All right, whatever. It's together enough. No, because I want to pick it up. I want to pick it up and move it. Come on. Don't be like this. Why are you so weird right now? I just have to be forceful? Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me get 2 of these screws in or something. I'll just do one of them. Alright. There, now I don't have to worry about the thing coming apart on me while I manhandle it. Alright, so let's make sure our bench power supply is set to the proper, what is it, 18 volts VDC? 12 volts. Double check. I almost fried it with 18 volts. So we've got 12 volts on the power supply. Turn it off. White was our negative, blue is our positive. And hopefully these wires can survive 2.5 amps. Hello, kitty. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, our wires can survive it, but they can't survive being clipped. God, these clips are awful. Holy crap. Hello, kitty. Hi. Yeah, these clips are awful. Wow. Yeah, we're about to do something awful. But yes, it's not that awful. Just because these clips suck so bad. mess up all my colors, right? I know this is cursed. DuPont connectors to Wago lever nuts. That's okay. It makes a more secure connection than the stupid clips on the benchtop power supply. Those alligator clips are awful. Oops. I say that and immediately make a bad connection. Alright. That should do the trick. And then these, I mean, look at these. They're like, all cattywampus. Yeah, this thing will probably never draw 2.5 amps. I hope it doesn't draw 2.5 amps. But I feel like these wires are probably enough for 2.5 amps, right? Right? Famous last words. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's set fire and make a couple sparks. Not a big deal. I'm not scared of a few sparks. And I have a fire extinguisher next to me, so if anything, it makes a good stream clip. Okay. I didn't say that, universe. Don't set things on fire, please. Alright, let's power it up. See what happens. Any sparks? Oh, I got a light on the front. That's a good sign. It's pulling 0.5 amp right now on the power supply. I guess this thing's going to take its sweet time to turn on. No, it's just blinky blinky. I mean, it's still pulling amps, so I think it's just booting up. Or maybe it is booted up and I didn't get the screen plugged in. No, because I don't think we'd be getting the, I don't think we'd be getting the light on it, if that was the case. Well, I guess we'll just sit here while it thinks about it. So, how are y'all doing? Now let this thing turn on. Eventually, maybe. Maybe I did miss a cable. I guess that's why you don't button it up until you know that it's working, right? This is one of the worst ribbon cable connectors. You have to like push it down to close it, like the opposite direction of where you would expect it to go. All right, just double checking. Everything good on this end too? It looks fine. All right, let's try this again. Maybe it just takes forever to boot up. I could just be really impatient. Yes, I wanted 12 screws. Okay. Alright, well, I guess maybe we just gotta wait then. In the meantime, I guess we could do some research about it, right? Maybe they've got some firmware online that we can take a look at. The resources, do they have updates? No. Hello? You're not gonna let me scroll now? Okay. Ooh, firmware and software. Offline updates. Ooh, nice. Love a good firmware file. The BFRM. I have no idea what this is. Let's see. Come on. I just want you to all. So it's CD. Going to. Oops. Check what this says. Yep, it says it's a tar archive. It says BFRM, but that is a tar archive, so. Let's see, tar is XEF. FRM. Oh, you know what? I've got a PFRM into R. Then and tar XZF. No. I cannot type. Oh, X. No, that's a capital X. Oh, it's just XF. What is Z? Where am I getting that from? Oh, that's gzip, right? Oh, God. I did that wrong. Firmware. Extract. And do this, except for that. Oop. And here's my juice. Cool. All right. All right. Alright, so we've got a couple things. UN, what is that? U-boot environment variables, SFS, rootfs, boot.bin. Let's see. Hello, kitty cat. Hi. Cat inspection. Yeah, that's U-boot environment variables or boot variables. That's kind of fun. We can see mounts the SD card, or not SD card, but the MMC that's on the board, MMC flash, I guess. No, I'm just exploring. I don't really have any goals at the moment other than just see what's going on. I just cracked this thing open and we wired some cables up to it to power it on, and it's thinking about it, but I don't know if it's actually going to power on or do anything for me. Maybe it needs an SD card in it. And what is this? That's a shell script? That's it. Do nothing. Okay. I bet you could stick some bash code in there and get that to run during your firmware update. Yeah, we'll bin walk boot here in a second. I like how it says it's an Adobe Photoshop color swatch. I mean, it could be an image. This boot.bin could just be like a boot up image or something. The squash file system, that looks like it's going to be our actual files or files on disk. Device tree blob, image.ub, that's cool. Oh, so you have like everything to make your own firmware for this device. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, here you go. It's this Epiphan video, the Pearl Nano. It's your model information right there. Quick, write that down. Yeah, if y'all want to do your own research, you're more than welcome to. Device ID 46. There's 45 more of these things. And we know it's running ffmpeg. ffmpreg. Updates.epiphan.com. Copy link address. What's this do? Aw, forbidden. Yeah, every time I see ffmpeg, I think ffmpreg. I don't know why. Brain rot. Alright, are you not doing anything? Are you going to do anything at all over here? Nothing? Very disappointing. I wonder if I have to have negative bridged on the inside of this too. Because there's 3 pins, and one of those, or 2 of them are ground, and the third is positive, so I wonder if that third one has to be connected to ground too. Oh, no problem. Here, I'll throw it in the chat. There you go. Sorry, it's in YouTube chat. I don't know if you're on Twitch or not, but it should show up. So you know what? Let me try this. This thing is annoying to put together. I do not like the way that it is designed. A weird clamshell. Okay, whatever. Where's my Ethernet cable? Yeah, it definitely seems to be acting up. Oh, from the device tree is what you're saying? Xilinx? Zinc? What the hell is that? Yeah, I saw that Zinc 7000 SoCs. Okay, interesting. I saw the that programming header. So I wonder if that's accessible at any point. Yeah, this is very interesting hardware. Wonder if it can run Doom. Probably run modern Doom. No, I don't know about that. Defense grade. Technical reference manual. Yeah, it's got hardware acceleration, so it better run Doom. Cortex A9 MP core. Oh, cool. Block diagram. Love a block diagram. Nice. Yeah, where's the FPU and Neon engine? Huh. Snoop controller. It might even quake. Yeah. Ports DDR3 and DDR2. I want to try soldering this wire onto that other leg. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Every time I forget to turn on the fume extractor. Ah! I'm dying from lead poisoning. Here we go. Alright, we'll see if that does anything. I doubt it. You might be right. It might need a an Ethernet cable to fully finish booting. May not even be the power. Oh my god, this case is driving me insane. Okay. I mean, if it wants an Ethernet connection, I can give it one, but we'll see what it does right now. Let it sit for a second. Okay, I have given it an Ethernet connection. And it has power. I wonder if it's happy now. Wow, it's got CAN controllers. That's fun. Okay. Let's look at this firmware a little bit more. How do you extract squash FS or mount? Mount. Oh, I disconnected my internet. Interesting. iLink's Vertex Spartan FPGA bitstream sync word. Yeah, loopback. And can you mount squash with a loopback? That's cool. Or loop device. A Bix header. Alright, what do we got in here? Anything fun? Bunch of nonsense. It might have a UART. There was a 4-pin header on the board. You could probably plug into that and see if it's doing anything here in a minute. For stage bootloader. It's a Unix system, I know this. Yeah, I imagine it is, because there's Squash FS, which is a good sign. And then what was it? What else did we see in here? There's this POSIX shell script, which I believe gets ran before it actually does the update file, just based off the name. Or maybe it gets ran afterwards, up-to-date.pre. Who knows? Nothing exciting in our strings. What was that? Oh, yeah. I probably could have been a little bit more specific with binwalk. Yeah, we'll try that here in a minute. Take through our strings real quick. Incorrect Xilinx high code. These all like what, pin names or something? MTX. UART 0, UART 1. Yeah, we can come back to this strings file a little bit later when we know something to look for. I'm just kind of skimming through it real quick. Maybe it'll, maybe I'll find some juice. I've stolen the term juice from an old pen tester I used to work with. He would, anytime he got into like a system where he was working on an engagement, anytime he'd find something interesting that kind of like got the gears turning, he'd call it juice. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun just digging into like some weird black box. Ooh, here we go. Oh, these look like the U-boot stuff. No, that's different environment variables. Let's do real quick. Okay, since this thing isn't doing anything with an Ethernet cable plugged in either, I don't unplug it. Get my network reconnected so I can do something. I need to finish setting up the isolated ports on this switch, on this router. So go to our cyber chef. Stick all that in there. And where is my regex? Regex, and we want let's see. Oh, is this gonna kill my system? Don't auto bake. Okay. There we go. Copy that to our clipboard. Oops. These are all of our word equals word. Nothing super exciting in here yet. Boot command. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if we find a find an IP address. Server IP 172.17.0.3. Yeah, that regex that I ran pulled out anything that had, I guess not everything. I didn't get that. Here, let's do, we want dot plus. It'll give us a lot more. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it pulls anything out that's, it runs a PHP server. Oh yeah, what doesn't? You know, weird hardware. Of course it's running a PHP server. Oh, here's the pre-boot echo U-boot for X3. Internet address, that's its MAC address, I guess. Okay, that's fun. Let's try to mount this, a lot of strings in here. Yeah, let's try to mount this, Squash FS. Oops. Hello, kitty. Oh, I forgot to scan for partitions. Let's see. Mount. Hello. Let's see. No, it's not D. Find the first F and then E part scan. Wow. Cats are scaring themselves. Yeah, I don't see any partitions, so you're probably right. It's a single block device. Yep, there we go. Look at how much fun you can have without even, like, getting into the device. You can just go across the internet and look for firmware files and do the same thing. What do we got? BusyBox? Yep. Is that the PHP version? What is in our ETC? All right, let's check our startup. Cat init tab. This all looks super familiar. Sysinit runs RC sysinit. That's going to be our startup script. It's censored Qt5 web engine. We got run parts. Right? Wow, startup script. Yay! Alright, hold on. Alright, get some syntax highlighting up in here. Alright, what are we looking at? So, is platform Docker? So it's got to check to, or is platform not Docker? Is not platform Docker, I guess. It checks to see if the software is running under Docker. etc scripts product functions, it sources that. That could be interesting. It checks to see if this file exists, and that tells it it's Docker. Here's our init log. We can check that out. Oops. Get out of here. I keep clicking on you. Oops. Ah. Ooh, Apache logs? Nope. Wait. Oh, I'm already in the folder. Duh. Oh, the WUI. In there. Oh yeah, nice. There's your PHP. There's the www root. CGI scripts. Nice. API. Admin. Ooh. Man, wouldn't that be fun? Let's come up with like a RCE or some vulnerability for this and get into it without having to plug in debug wires, just by looking at the firmware. Passwords.cgi, SSH keys, webadmin. Oh, so much juice. Mini juice. I don't even know where to start. So that's fun. Okay, so let's start making some notes. Oops. OpenAPI.cgi. All these CGI scripts would be interesting to look at. Nothing in the temp. There's a git keep file. That's interesting. No, with nothing in it. It's empty. Goal is just kind of figure out how it works. Just reverse engineer it. We can probably come up with some goals as we do it. Like always, getting a shell is usually pretty fun. And then just kind of running around on the device while it's live. RS-232 API. There's lots of stuff in here. Let's just pick one. Let's see. Wham. Okay, so these are probably just links to the actual run files. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good to see that there's no authorized keys on there. Nothing under the root folder or home folder. No. Wayland. A bunch of BusyBox stuff. There's probably some fun things in here. Let's do this. Here's all the shell scripts. All right, so no POSIX shell scripts in there. Let's go ahead and copy those. Oh, did you pull the firmware yourself, NoldRef? It sounds like you're digging through it. Yeah, what are you talking about? The, there's some API. Yeah, let's check it out. Recorders, that PHP. Yeah, this exec EX right here, probably unsanitized. I'm not too well versed with PHP, but I'd imagine this is you'd probably want to sanitize the either this value or that lock command. It's probably this one, because this gets called API recorders control, and then you can just stick whatever the hell you want in there. Oops, exec.ex. Yeah, shell exec. Are you just grabbing through for exec.ex? Yeah, this one was not even encrypted, so it was pretty easy. Yeah, at this point it's searching for an RCE, right? I want to see if I can... Or this thing will come up on the network if I plug it in. All right, let me get my Ethernet cable again. Nerd sniped you. Please don't get nerd sniped. That's funny. I know this stuff it's too intriguing. That's why I like doing it. It's fun to like look at all of the proprietary stuff. Do we have anything on? What is it, Ethernet 9? Oh, I want webfig, not quickset. It's not pulling a DHCP address, so that's kind of obnoxious. Doesn't seem like it's really doing a whole lot. I don't know if it's gonna, I could get like an SD card and plug it in and see if it'll boot with an SD card in there. I mean, it's definitely warm. Here, I wonder if, oh, connect a USB or USB mouse or keyboard and an HDMI monitor directly to the ports on the Nano. Oh, hey, look at this API. RS-232 API. Wow. I appreciate how open they are with this. Yeah, debug logs would be good. Let's try for that UART port. Maybe we can see if there's anything going across that UART. I'm gonna turn it off real quick. And do this. Right. I think this is gonna be our UART port right here. Okie dokie. The multimeter out. And I'm just going to probe these and find out if any of these are ground. Yeah, so it looks like this one over here on the outside is going to be our ground pin. So then we can put this at 20 volts read, and then I want to need a good ground to clip onto. I guess that works. And then let's turn this sucker on. We're gonna probe these, see what voltage they're at. This one's at 1.8 volts. This one is at 1.7. It's at 1.7, so they're all kind of low. Generally with like a UART, you expect to see one of these kind of high, around like 3 volts or so. It could still be UART. It's kind of bouncing around all weird like. I don't see any pads on the, or silk screen on the board to say that it's UART, to suggest that. This is definitely a debug header over here, though. Yeah, it's ARM 64-bit. I mean, we can always try to plug something up to it, right? Yeah, the one's bouncing up and down. Yeah, typically you'll see that with like a UART port or some sort of debug port. So plug into it, see what we get. Oh, is it? Okay, it's interesting. Let's see. All right, so UART TX and RX are connected to 59 and 60 on the jumper list. And we're going to come over here to minicom, the dev tty ACM 8, I believe. either 1 or 8. Actually, I think it's 1. And do that. All right, so we do have some crap coming across. I don't think we're on the... I think we're at the right baud rate. So B11 5200. Nothing. About if we swap these around. Yeah, so I did have those in the right orientation. No? Be the wrong pins on the header too. Hey, what's up, Trusted? It's an Epiphan Video Pearl Nano. It's a like a hardware encoder for streaming. Generally used in like conference rooms, that kind of stuff. Let's see. This guy. Some enterprise hardware. Yeah, so it's got some features. It's got a web interface, little screen, that kind of stuff. Go ahead and power cycle it. Get anything different over that? No? Yeah, so I could hook it up to like a logic analyzer. That would probably be ideal. Let's see. I think I've got the logic analyzer still going on this dude right here. Yeah, something's better than nothing. But it's definitely doing something. Oh, my mic has been muted. I hate that. I'm sorry. So what I was saying is that these pins are actually GPIO. So when I probe them when the device is off, I only get one of those pins going to ground. But when I probe continuity when the device is on, I've got 3 of those pins going to ground. So initially I thought this over here, I'll get you guys onto the PC screen. So these pins, this pin that I thought was ground, it's actually getting some signals across it, and it's similar to this one over here, which also probes to ground when the device is on. So that's kind of interesting. It's reconfiguring those when it boots up to something. Hey, what's up, Ikron? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm going to stick some decoders on this. Let's see. I2C. Well, we don't have a clock line. Yeah, it just unmuted myself. It could still be UART. Just depends on what it would be trying to, what it would be using UART for. Oops. Yeah, I'm not thinking it's UART. That's interesting. So we've got data going across these lines. I don't know what that means or what that data means yet, but it'd be nice if it turned on for me. Turned on as in gave me display. Because it is, I just don't think it's fully booting. All right, well, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll let this thing think about it. And I'm going to give you guys focus on the breadboard if you want to play around with that while I'm AFK. Oh, it'd be nice if the breadboard worked. I guess not. All right, anyway, be right back. Be back in just a couple minutes. Okie dokie, I'm back. Refresh my drink. Refresh the bladder. Hey, what's up, Hamza? At least I hope that's your name. I hope I got it right. I'm taking a look at a device called a Pearl Nano. It's a like encoding streaming sort of device. It sits in a rack in like a room. This conference room streaming. Yeah, I don't think this thing is gonna boot. Or maybe it has booted, but it's waiting on something. Let's see if they have anything in their support about it. Or are they gonna make me log in? Mechanical drawings, that's cool. There's the firmware. Make sure there's no USB stick plugged in. Yeah, I don't have that. Huh. Yeah, let's see if we have a lease in here. Or no, I don't have it. I don't have it plugged in. I unplugged the Ethernet from it. Like a fool. Yeah, still no IP address. Interesting. Yeah, be looking for a hard drive, but I imagine it should have it because the hard drive's built into the chip right here, or built onto the board. Hmm. Yeah, everything kind of suggests that it should be coming on. But who knows? Oh, it's got a bonjour discovery service. That's fun. Okay. Just dig around in the firmware some more because this thing's not turning on. I can try to get it powered at some point in the future, but let's take a look at passwords. swd.templ. Is there a shadow file? No shadow file? I'm guessing it sets the passwords at boot. They probably don't have it built into the firmware. That would be part of like the sysinit script. Oh yeah, like reset. That's a good idea. I wonder yeah, if you can just reset it. Factory reset. Maintenance. Perform a factory reset. Connected to admin. Dog. Maybe we can do it like through the SD card or something. Do a firmware update. Maybe that'll take it out of its funk. Yeah, it doesn't let you load it locally. Yeah, that kind of sucks. It doesn't seem like there's external keyboard shortcuts. If those are working. Like, I would say that it's on if I could see that it has an IP address, but it could also just be that it's not configured for DHCP, and so it's not going to pull an IP address. Oh, that sucks. Are there any buttons on the inside? Or is there a reset button on the back, is there? No. They probably would say that if there was for a factory reset. Oh, this thing is so annoying to take apart. I mean, it's for sure getting warm like it's doing stuff, but getting warm like it's shorting out, no. wonder what is on the back side of the board. Yeah, right. I should just take the front panel off, all the buttons, this whole board, and just have it sitting there by itself. Stupid cover. Oh, the doy. Screw right in the middle. Alright. Ouch. Away from the piece. Oh, it's probably attached to the, this. These guys, too. And now it's just my power cable. Alright, what is on the back? What do we got going on? That's our M.2 slot. With a tiny little header. Very, very tiny header. Lots of test pads. Wow, so many test pads. Okay, nothing super exciting. There's a couple of chips over here that might be like flash chips or something. Yeah, nothing crazy interesting. The chassis is really well built. let's see. Only supports SATA drives, okay. I don't think this is necessary for the thing to boot, right? It just says that it's for recording. Yeah, we can check out the, just dig through this RCS in it, RC this in it, and see, what it's supposed to be doing. This is where it starts mounting the file system, so it does a file system check. Perl. Wait, okay, so this is if it's in a Docker environment. The first thing it does is it checks to see if it's not Docker. If it's not Docker, let's make some file system nodes. Alright, starting dependency mod. FT is used by Ghostscript and Bash. Bring up a loopback. And all pretty typical stuff. I'm not seeing anything like abnormal. Platform specific modules, set the clock. Set the host name. Oh, so yeah, here's where it's setting the root password. Config db get system password. Then it sticks some authorized keys on there. etc ssh authorized keys. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So we can actually look at oh, it's probably taking these public ones, sticking them in there. Authorized keys command user is ADM. And grep around for certs too if you want. Yeah, could just wonder if you can SSH into these devices around the world with this SSH key right here. That would be kind of sketch. Oh, Shodan! No. This sets up proxy, the etc environment. Sudo as admin successful. Wait, did I'm not in the right folder, am I? How do I get back to where I was? Did I just, Alright, whatever. I saw this in the, in here as well. Oops. MDev. Yeah, starting MDev. So dev config for that. Platform specific modules. A couple custom modules for this chip. What the hell is this? This is weird. UDMA buffer configuration for models.json. Oh, okay. I guess this just has some definitions for the GPU, I guess, or hardware accelerator. USB to RS-232? What do you mean, like, with these ports right here? Because I hooked those up to Minicom, and I got some gobbledygook, so it might be either something I'm unfamiliar with or not, like a debug output. Sysinfo subsystem. Ooh, obfuscate config db. Yo, I'm gonna find this password. Config db hook. Oh, look at that. So this is probably some janky homegrown encoding mechanism. Yeah, right. That should just be base64. So opens a file from stdin. Probably some database file somewhere. Regex replace. Wow, that's a fun regex. Look at that. Yo. Don't make me. I'll decipher that if I have to. Interesting. Okay. wonder what that config db is. It's running it like it's an application, right? Like a binary. Oh, there we go. I was in a folder. That'll give me some more stuff. User sbin config db. Yeah, see that's a file, so that's a binary. But we can let's do this and speed that up. It's interesting how that's just exposed in the web UI. configdb.php. Wow, this is a jeez. Okay, that's a big file. configdb traits, configdb. There's probably, I imagine there's a file somewhere. So let's say up here that it does with it. Or maybe it's all just built into the binary. It's like config db print. So I bet we could do the same thing. I bet we could just we can emulate it, run it in a QEMU emulator, and then run these commands against it. You think that'll work? Let's see. QEMU run. Okay. Let's try that. That sounds like fun. Yeah, run strings on the config bin, probably. That'll definitely get you something juicy. Shoot, what is it? Epiphan. Had brain fart. Let's do that really quick just because it's an easy win. Config db strings, and then maybe there's probably some encoded crap in here. Oh, hey, look, I like this. I'm gonna have some help values in there. Ooh, dump. Did it say it was yeah, RMA64, so I'd probably have to emulate it. Yeah, most likely they're in here somewhere. My guess is that they're encoded though. Or encrypted even. I would hope that they're encrypted. That would be the hope, right? Is that this company has encrypted the passwords within this config file. It could also be, I've seen with some binaries like this, what they'll do is they'll actually access the flash on the device itself, and then they'll use some combination of like information on the flash itself that's pre-programmed along with a hidden key in the binary itself, and they'll combine those two bits of information, combine the two keys, and they'll make a third key for it. I guess it just does this config db get system password, so let's try that. What is that command to qemu? Oh, will it just run it? Because I don't know if I have QEMU already. No, I probably need to install it. What is it? Search? I don't know. What is the package? I guess it is probably just the, like what you were saying, is the this one, QEMU system i386, or sorry, this one, QEMU system ARIC64. It's probably the package. Yeah, I believe that is it. Cool. And then I think it should just let me run it. Okay, so it's not just gonna do it. Actually, hold on. Exit this. And CD back to it. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna do it by default. Let's see. ARC 4. What were you saying? The L, pack L. Oh, interesting. You can link it to the root FS or something. Yeah, that's what this person was talking about. I think because they had QEMU in format or something. Wonder if that's a package I can install. Yes. Yeah, and so it's gonna try to find that. Okay, so it's actually opening it now with the right backend, but it's not finding the SO files. So that's where you're talking about using the TAC L, right? Why is this? Yeah, path LD prefix. Okay, sets the ELF interpreter prefix to path. Cool. Nice. So we can do qemu ARX64, link it to our FLab and tempfs, and then BigDB. Oh ho ho! Look at that. All right. So now, what was the command that we need? Get system password. Okay. Get system. Nothing. Okay, let's list. Let's do it. Start messing around with this binary. Just values. Or dump. That sounds like a fun one. Factory default are merged. Wonder if it's they might be doing something like I was saying earlier where they're pulling data off of the flash chip that's like pre-configured onto the hardware and then loading that. User settings, print system CTL. No, I guess not. Doesn't seem like they're doing anything different with it. But I don't want a IDA or Gidra. That just makes my brain hurt. Huh. Yeah, there might be something else that's going on. I need to learn radar A or radar, however you pronounce it. I've seen people use that disassembler decompiler and it breaks my brain. Oh, man. YouTube hates the music. Hey. Yeah, I don't think YouTube, it's whack because I'm streaming music from Chill Hop Radio, and Chill Hop lets me stream music. Like it's like I have access and I'm using like their creators catalog to stream music. But YouTube has like automatic content detection and it fucks my shit up. So I don't know what the deal is with it. They're tripping. YouTube's tripping. Yeah, it's just some stupid. Oh, you're playing music, and it's vaguely similar to something that fits some profile or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not excited for the future of AI either, but who knows? Okie dokie. Let's see, what were we doing? We're messing with this binary, right? I don't think it's really doing much because I think it's probably looking for files that are on the system or something. There's probably like some file that's somewhere on this file system that it looks for in order to... I mean, but it should find it though, right? Because if we're pointing it to the... the squash fs, I would think that it would do what it's supposed to do, but who knows? We can do some more reading. What is WAMP service? I've never heard of WAMP system service before. Oh, that's just a stack, Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Oh. But why would it be service WAMP? Well, let's just find out. Supervise SH. Okay. Hey, what's up, racer car icon? How are you? Racer car carry on? Race car carry on? Let's see, LS service? Man, oops. What is that link to? ETC service WAMP run. WAMP. I guess some PHP stuff. Let's try to guess what WAMP stands for. Web Application Management Protocol. Lots of yummy PHP. Alright. What other services do we got in here? What's under display? Oh. They did it again. You're killing me, YouTube. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna swap music to something that is not gonna get struck. Stupid YouTube. Wow, look at that. Music that doesn't get struck by YouTube. Wow, that's a really long sleep. It's not forever though. It says sleep forever, but that's a very real number. YouTube will come back at some point. I think it's back. But they're the YouTube's being the fun police today, I guess. They're like, no fun allowed. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, this just seems to be all like let's set up stuff for the display. Oh, YouTube doesn't like my music. So they're like, no. They've got some AI content protection thing. Even though I have access to or at least permission to stream that music. They don't know what they're talking about, I guess. Oh, did you find some fun stuff, Noldiref? Oh, nice. Config files. $420, blaze it. What are these? Ah. So these look like the actual files that the the config.db thing touches. This file, config.db. Looks like these are like the JSON or at least key value stores. Wow, there it is. Don't look. There's the password. Warp. Nice. How'd you figure that out? Were you just digging around and you saw the config folder? Oops. Oh, nice. Finder Ninja. Oh, I bet if we look at the config.db string, so you could probably see like the file path that it loads it from. Maybe. Or not. That's cool though, nice. Oh, libconfig.db.so has the strings in it. Gotcha. So we can pull that one. Let's see. We're gonna need to go up. And then that SO file was right here, so we can copy that. Actually, let's just do strings on it. Yeah, nothing seems to be very encrypted at all, which is kind of fun. Let's see, what do we got down here? Config.db. Oh, yep. See, that's what you're talking about. So you could probably even grab across the file system for these .cf files. Wow, what the hell is this? Hi, kitty cats. Yeah, a bunch of junk in here. Alright, well that's cool. Nice. So we know what the password is. I don't know why we'd want to know that, but just for fun. just for the sake of knowing. What other fun things can we find out about this thing? Oh, I wanted to get the web UI or the API. Is it WUI? wroot? So I wonder if there are any API files that are in here that are not listed on the documentation. So they got like this really nice Swagger docs for their API. You think that's hex? It could be hex. Where'd it go? Try to decode it. Throw it into our cyber chef. Let's see. Maybe not. It does look pretty, not random. Kind of unique and interesting. Let's throw it into our juice. Yeah, there's 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. It does kind of have a pattern to it. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Oh, is it like binary? It seems binary. Or it's incrementing weirdly. I don't know. Rabbit hole. That smells like to me. What is this, Kaltura? Oh, CMS software. Oh, here we go. Telemetry. This is where it starts to get a little, not exactly legal, depending on your jurisdiction. I won't be actually touching any of these cloud services. So, even though there are passwords, apparently. I can't stop any of you guys. If you guys want to do that and get yourselves in trouble, go for it. I mean, clearly, we've done all of this just from the firmware. It's not like we've had any additional access that, you know, you wouldn't be able to get otherwise from just downloading files from their website. Like what was I just saw on the telemetry? Yeah, the support tunnel. Ugh, yikes. That's not. That's a disclosure right there. Oh yeah? What are they? Hmm. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Format lib. Hey, I trust you. Yeah, I've seen similar things like that for uh PE32 binaries, where they'll have like some numbers embedded at the top of the executable. Oh, this Ethernet roots, this thing. Yeah. What was the file path for that? Null dref? Format include. Oh, it's format lib online. Gotcha. Is it this bitcast? Something? Oh, digits too. That's right. Oh, gotcha. Huh. The optimization for the compiler. I don't want to search it. I'm going to go to it. I'll pretend like I know what most of this is doing. Oh, gotcha. So these are the two differences between with and without that modification. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. And that allows them to just do that instead. Man, computers are whack. That's really cool. All right, I want to see. Yeah, it's encoding all the way down, right? Okay, so this is all the API endpoints, I believe. I think something that would be interesting if you're doing like vulnerability testing would be to look for anything that's not listed in the public API. Write a script, go through these YAML files. Might even be able to just grep through them. Yeah, maybe there's like a, there's got to be a way to flash this thing, to reflash it from the hardware itself. Because if it's just bricked or doing a boot loop, it would be kind of nice to get it working so that we can play around with it while it's live instead of just digging through its firmware. So you check the product name, product ID, firmware revision, and version. This returns device firmware details. Okay. Bunch of system ones in here too. System storages. What's this one? List of storages. Oh, cool. You can eject the SD card over API. I wonder what this Kaltura is. CMS software, right? Oh, okay. This is probably where you can have it hooked up to them through an API and stream your stuff through them. Actually, you know what? Let's I can never remember if it's capital or lowercase r. Schemas. There we go. Now I have some syntax highlighting. At least for no, this is for the local API, not for a remote API. All right, let's see. I wanted to see a little bit more about their firmware. Let's check out. Let's see. Let's dig into the boot process a little bit. So boot command is run default boot command. That means a whole lot of nothing. Import environment from SD card. That's interesting. You can load a boot environment from the SD card. You know, let's try. Let me get an SD card and I want to put this firmware file on it and just stick it in there and see what it does. Right? Does that sound like fun? Is this, I don't know, this is interesting. It tells me that if you have like, it makes me think if you have this un.txt on an SD card, during boot, it's going to import the environment from the SD, this file, and then boot off the SD card, maybe. So I wonder if I can take like these firmware files and stick it into, yeah, stick all of this onto an SD card and then stick that onto the device, plug it in, and turn it on, and maybe it'll automatically try to restore its firmware. I think that's worth a shot. Yeah. Let me try that. Let me go grab an SD card real quick. 1 second. Okie dokie. Got myself an SD card. Yeah, exactly. The path from here to Doom sounds pretty simple. Yep. Alright, sorry, debugger. Oh, nice. Okay, I can dunk on that. I'll back up from a handheld emulator. Oh. Where is our VFAT signature? Do, 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 do. 0B, I think. I don't know. Alright, write that. Let's block sudo. What is it? ikfs.vfat. Make ourselves a fat SD card. Gov deals, baby. I got this sucker for cheap. Yeah, they're a bit pricey. That's why it's fun to like find stuff like this and dig into it, is because it's kind of hard to get to due to the cost. But if you can find it cheap from like an auction or some crap like that, and you dig into it, you can get a look at some proprietary stuff that's normally not very accessed. Yeah, they got an O2. What is an O2? Oh, wow. That's crazy. I bet that would be a fun thing to kind of work on and get running and mess around with. A relic. Yeah, that's like the same kind of workstations that they rendered Toy Story on. Alright, we've got that on there. Just gonna sync real quick. Right? I know Thunar probably does that for you, but I take no chances. Alright. Got our SD card plugged in. And let's get the stupid top panel over here. And then try to get this sucker booted. Worst part about this piece of hardware. Okay. Good enough. Fire it up. See if it does anything interesting. Actually, no, I think it might be broken. I'm looking at the power supply, and it keeps swapping back from constant voltage to constant current. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Yeah, where it needs specifically FAT32. Yeah, I don't see any changes on the lights or anything. Looks about the same. Let's try FAT32. Let's see. What's the command? I know there's like some flag for EFAT or something. Oh, our quickie, my beloved. That's what it is, the F-32. Yeah, some devices are very picky about it, especially when it comes to FAT32, because it's ultimate compatibility file system. Alright, so let's remount this, and we'll copy our files back to it. What did fan say about it? Learn software. Or it's one of the files, right? The text files. Oh. Oh yeah. Do not extract the tar firmware file. That's what they said about it. Okay, but we don't listen to rules. They don't stop us. Alright, and turn it on again. The blinky blinky on the front still looks the same. It's not power cycling my power supply though, so that's interesting. Before it was popping up to like, oh no, there it goes. It just looks like it power cycled it again. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you can see the power supply is in like dips. So maybe there's something on the board that it doesn't appreciate. Interesting. Ooh, what time is it? I have to hop off soon because I'm getting hungry. I gotta feed my kitty cats. I think it would be wise to figure out the boot process though. Because maybe it is just, no, I don't want that. That image file is... a device tree blob. Yeah, it's definitely stuck in some sort of like boot loop. Let's try the classic strategy of holding down random buttons while you turn it on. Nada. Actually doing that boot loop sooner now. Nope, nothing. Oh, come on. Jeez. Alright, why are you not working? You have burnt bits? It doesn't smell toasty. I wonder if the firmware just got corrupted on it or something. So we can also investigate this header. That's another thing that we can try doing. I've got some tools to do that. Potentially. Got a tie guard, which I think we can hook up to that Cortex plug with. Yeah, let me grab the header for that thing. All right. So, a couple cables. Believe. Do with this little dude. Yep, that goes right there. Yeah, question is, I don't even know where the SPI flash pin is on this thing. I think that's what I saw on the bottom. I have to get real close to figure out what all these chips are. Let's see. Might be this little guy over here. Let's see, what is the part number on that? D61KSTBB. Skibbity toilet. Or is it O? 61K? No. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that. Cortex header is also wired with a standard ARM 10-pin JTAG header. So I should be able to set this thing into JTAG mode, and then open OCD. There's so many miscellaneous chips on this board. I don't think I have OpenOCD on here. This machine yet. But I'll probably end up having to hop off soon. Oh, that, did you find that chip? I was not able to find anything about that thing. Obviously I didn't look very hard, but... That's all hardware. Yeah, that's a research task. To go and find what some of these chips are, locate the stuff on the board. I'm gonna try this real quick. Let's plug into this debug header, because this could just be straight up JTAG. Okay. Ah, I've got wires everywhere. Okay, so really quick, let's set it into JTAG mode. Okay, it's already in JTAG. And we want VTGT. We want to use the target voltage, right? Alright, then do that. Should get a blue light on our tie guard. Or it catches fire, one or the other. And then let's go over here to this configuration files. Let's go up here. Okie dokie. And let's see, sudo dmessage. Let's check our... Okay, so our FTDI is detected. That's good. Open OCD, and then we give it the Cortex config. JTAG scan, interrogation failed, all ones. Vim versus Nano. Uh-oh, here we go. I use Nano to drive engagement and get viewers. Interesting. I'm gonna be real, I'm completely out of my depth with JTAG up in here, so I might just hop off for now, do some more research, and we can spin this up either tomorrow or Monday and see what else we can find out from it. I would like to get it working though, because it'd be more fun to dig around on a live device and like poke at some of those web interfaces. You know, the usual. So but yeah, I think this is a good point to wrap it up, because I'm not going to get anything exciting from JTAG anytime soon, because honestly I have no idea what I'm doing. So I tried the thing and it didn't do the thing. Yeah, right? I breathe into the atmosphere, causing stray radiation particles to flip bits on my RAM. Okie dokie, y'all. Well, thanks for hanging out and chatting and watching me bumble through this mystery device. I'll definitely be doing more of this. I would like to set up a regular, like, Saturday mystery device reverse engineering stream, where I kind of just pull off some hardware off my shelf and just start looking at it, because I have a whole pile of stuff that needs to be looked at. I just want to look at it and see what's going on. So I think I might do that each Saturday or Friday. I don't know. But if you guys want, you can check out the Discord. I'll post information there. You can find that in the description, among other things. So thanks for hanging out, and hope to see y'all later. Bye!